Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. And Mr. Garmendi, thank you for that exemplary act of civility in allowing me and another late arriving colleague to be part of the freshman class presentation about our collective commitment to promoting and practicing civility both within our class and within the Congress of the United States as long as we're here. It's a great honor to be part of the freshman class of the 115th Congress. I'm thrilled to make this commitment to civility and even friendship across the aisle with whatever Republican colleagues are willing to hang out with a liberal constitutional law professor. And despite my great passions as a liberal and a progressive, I dedicate myself to civility for three reasons, and I think they're all consistent with my political values and beliefs. First, I'm a middle child, and so it's in my nature to try to bring people together. And if you study the theory of birth order advanced by Frank Sulliway in his great book, Born to Rebel, you will find an exemplary middle child in Reverend Martin Luther King, who believed in the power of love for reconciling different views in society. And you will find a theory of the effectiveness of nonviolent struggle for progress and change. A theory that doesn't try to wish away or blink away real conflict that people have, but embraces conflict as the possibility for uplifting everyone in the process. Second, I'm from the great state of Maryland, one of the original middle states tucked between New England and the South. In Maryland, we have a habit of working across party lines for the common good. Many of the big bills that I introduced in the Maryland Senate, I introduced with Republican friends, like my friend Senator David Brinkley. We did the medical marijuana program together. He is a fellow cancer survivor and felt very strongly about that. I did a number of criminal justice reform measures, including abolishing mandatory minimum drug sentences with a Republican colleague named Michael Huff from Frederick County, who lives within my congressional district. I even introduced a bill which succeeded for fiscal transparency in government, putting up all government expenditures over $10,000 online within 48 hours with Congressman Alex Mooney from West Virginia, although then he was a state senator in Maryland who served with me in Annapolis. Third, as a law professor, I believe that all of our ideas and passions and feelings about politics are refined and perfected and improved through the process of political dialogue and testing and questioning. So I know that our Republican colleagues make us stronger on the Democratic side of the aisle, and I hope that we make you stronger too, that we all grow together and we are able to improve each other's ideas, change each other's minds sometimes, and work on issues of common concern like infrastructure, which I think is a pressing problem that we can gather consensus around in this body, like in the environment and the perils of climate change. You know, our greatest presidents have always called us to civility. George Washington invited Americans to place our patriotic love of liberty first, above partisan and sectional feeling. Thomas Jefferson said, "We are all Republicans, we are all Federalists," at a time of great division in the country. And at his first inaugural address, President Lincoln said, "We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break the bonds of affection." And so the bonds of affection might seem like a romantic dream given the divisions and polarization in the country today, but I do think that at least if we start with civility and respect, maybe we will be able to attain to the level of recovering the bonds of affection that should unify all of us as Americans. The word party comes from the French word parti, apart. And we've got to remember, each of us, all of us, that our party is just one small part of the whole, and we are all here to try to advance the common good. And with that, again, I want to thank the congressman for his very gracious offer of the time.